Welcome back, everybody. I hope you're all doing really well. I've got the MI Audio Megalith Gamma amplifier here. This may be one of the best amplifiers you've never heard of, made by MI Audio here in Australia. It's powered by a set of 6550 tubes in the power section. I think it rates at about 80 watts, and there's a set of 12 AX7s in the front end. 2 channels, a very, very lovely pristine clean, which we will hear very soon, and then a multifaceted high gain channel. From left to right, we have a gain control for the clean, gain control for the drive. We've got a shared 3-band EQ, individual master volumes for each channel, and then a contour control, which only works on the high gain channel. There are also a series of 3-way toggles. We've got a 3-way bright switch for the clean, a 3-way attack switch for the gain channel. Each channel has its own 3-way EQ voicing switch, which is really, really nice. There's a shared EQ, but that shared voicing switch really lets you get the most out of it. And then the gain channel has a 3-way gain switch. All right, I've got everything in the middle at the moment, which is the way MI recommend setting up this amp. And I'm on the neck pickup of my PRS SC245. We're running into a Marshall 412 with some vintage 30s that I've mic'd up with a Sennheiser E609. Let's get this clean channel cooking. So the first thing I'm going to do is, as per the manual, EQ it a little bit. I would like a bit more treble, a bit more mid, and a little less bass. Let's hear that. Not too bad. Let's play around with the bright switch. This is to the right. And to the left. I think I like it to the left. That's not too shabby at all. Let's have a listen to this EQ switch to the left on the clean channel. That's really, really nice. And then to the right. It's a little bit kind of fatter and sweeter and, dare I say, more Fendery with it to the left. So I'm going to go with that. I'll just tweak the EQ a little bit more. It's still a little bit bassy, and we'll bring that down. So that's really, really nice. I could probably push the gain control a little bit as well and push it into edge of breakup territory. The edge of breakup stuff is there, but this really, really clean, fat, chimey kind of tone, I'm all about. That's a lovely, lovely thing. If all it did was that, then you could run some pedals into it and have a really great pedal platform. So I'm in drop C on a twin humbucker guitar. Let's go to the gain channel now and dial that in. There we go. I found it. The gain channel appropriately is red. Let's just hear this. The gain is only at 9 o'clock, and I'm on the... Am I on the low gain voicing? I'm on the low gain voicing. There is a lot of gain going on there. Let's do this. Let's play around with that EQ switch to the left on the gain channel. Does this. again, I think I prefer this to the left. I believe the gain voicing there, you know, the way this is all set up is so that with the shared EQ, you can kind of get either your clean channel or your gain channel really happening, and then you can use these EQ controls to kind of optimize the other channel. All right, attack switch on the gain control. Let's go to the left. Oh, that's really, really nice. That attack switch to the right kind of sounds like some kind of like pre-EQ, you know, if you're used to boosting amps with a tube screamer with the kind of gain on 0 or like a graphic EQ control. So whatever that's doing, that's really, really nice. Let's just kind of dial this in a little bit more. I'm going to use a contour control now. This is what contour does if I turn it up. Ugh, that's ridiculous. That's only getting the contour kind of down below noon. If you take it all the way down... And this is with the gain just turned up a little bit on the gain control, but I'm on the mid-gain mode now. If I go to the high gain mode, the highest one... That's kind of insane. I don't know how else to describe that. Let's hit some kind of lower gain stuff. So for this, I would probably turn the contour control up, bring the bass down, and probably push the mids. Maybe the attack control in the middle over here. Let's hear that. Kind of got its own thing going on. I mean, that has a kind of Marshall bark about it, but it doesn't necessarily sound like a Marshall. It's got its kind of own voicing, but it feels very similar, which I like. Whereas contour control down, high gain switch. Let's bring the gain down a little bit. Attack to the right. Oh, this is going to be good. And we'll leave the EQ where it is. Maybe I'll play around with this EQ switch on each channel. This is kind of like tight and dry. It's like a boosted rectifier, but without any of the kind of like low-end flub or high-end fizz. It's like the world's angriest Marshall or something. I don't know. This is addictive. And as you heard there, it can do the crazy scoop thing as well. So I like that it can kind of cover a lot of different voices. And I mean, let's face it, the people who are going to be buying this and looking to buy it are probably going to want to chug on this thing. And this thing has some incredible high gain chuggy tones. It feels so good to play. The attack control on the gain channel really helps you dial in that feel and response. And then between all the different EQ controls, gain controls, and especially that contour knob, you can really shape the tone. It's almost kind of like, not that it has the same voicing, but it's like, you know, in a Mark series amp where you have bass, middle, and treble as pre-gain like feel controls, and then you use the graphic EQ to kind of tailor the overall tone. The contour kind of feels like the graphic EQ on a Mesa, like it can really sweep between extreme ranges of tone, and then the attack control gets you the feel that you want based on the style of music you're trying to play and based on the different types of guitars. And I like that it's a select number of knobs and a bunch of switches, so that, you know, you're basically just going to find the switch positions that you like I have, and you can do the rest with EQ. For example, go from this like, you know, really, really contour down, mid down, ridiculous amounts of gain thing. And then, you know, just flick the gain mode down. Oh, don't flick the channel. Flick the gain mode down. Turn the contour up. You get this. Beautiful stuff. And there's more than enough gain you would ever need for lead stuff. And just, again, tweaking kind of like the EQ. You know, the controls that are there work, and they do what they say on the label, which I really like. So there you go. My first hit with the MI Audio Megalith Gamma. This amp makes me proud to be Australian. It is so well put together. The fit and finish is amazing. There's no like amp corners, you know, like on a lot of amps, they'll do the Tolex and they put the corners on to kind of hide any flaws. This is flawless. You can run a variety of different tubes in it with next to no fuss. It's a great amp. Yeah, especially if you like high gain, and especially if you want high gain and a really beautiful, pristine, clean channel. For the money, this is pretty hard to beat. From what I understand, these retail for about 1,600 Australian dollars, which at the moment, if you're living in Europe or the United States, that is an absolute steal. Ridiculous. You don't need boosts in front of it to get the best out of it. That attack control kind of takes care of that. And most importantly, smells really, really good too. So that's the MI Audio Megalith Gamma. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments. And as always, be good to one another. I will see you very soon.